Hello deep divers, welcome to my channel. welcome yet again, guys. I don't even wanna waste any time, guys. First of all, just make sure you are subscribed, okay? Make sure the notification bell is on because it's going down, okay? It's going down. We are still at it. We are at the aftermath right now, okay? Okay, let me start where we left off previous episode, guys. So we left off previous episode reading from the DEVI Show WhatsApp group. Okay, this is the WhatsApp group that Tiny has started so that they can try and take their case to the DEVI Show. If you don't know, just go back, guys. Just watch all the episodes, okay, and watch all the ads because your girl is monetized and your girl needs that coin. But guys, if you are new, and let me just give you a little brief, but trust me, you want to know the background. I have been contacted by somebody from this show when I started the series, and then just as the series had just started, boom, did you hear that Gogo Manzini has passed? Just the following day. We had been talking the previous day, just the following day. Yeah, okay. So this lady Nai, it turns out months prior, she was also thinking of exposing Gogo, which now makes sense because Gogo had been saying there are people that are trying to take it to the media. Gogo is Gogo. And now I thought all this time it's Owami because that's what Gogo had mentioned. Gogo had mentioned that some people went to Owami Entertainment, and Owami also confirmed. What you know, some people she just forwards the things. Okay. Now Gogo had said the last time, as a voice note like bring the media, and then we will calculate when in. Bring the cameras, and I was like, is this still Owami? Because I don't think she rolls like that. But anyway, I think now she had gotten whiff that somebody was trying to expose her. Because some people were keen to come forward. But then when they found out that people withdrew. That's what happened. Okay, so now they're going to give this a second try because there are people that seemingly are saying we're not scared, we will get in front of the camera, we will expose this person, we just want justice. Okay, so guys, let's continue to read from the DEVI Show WhatsApp group. Just trying to get my morning coffee. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so now it's on the 23rd of June. Good morning, guys. I just got in touch with the DEVI team to see if they are still willing to take the case on. I will await their reply. They should respond by today. So it's in the morning now, like 8:45. And then at 10 o'clock, she comes back with the reply. She says, I have spoken to the... okay, sorry. So this is a message on top. I have spoken to them about the DEVI Show. Most of them don't mind talking about their stories on camera to expose the whole situation. Awaiting your reply, regards. And then there's a response. The response says, good morning. From my side, I haven't been focusing on this too much since her apparent passing. Since we can't catch, in order for us to take it on, we need to be able to, 1, prove that her husband was involved in the investments, and 2, know his whereabouts so that we can confront him in person. Please let me know when you have a moment to take a quick call today. And then Tiny says, alright, I will speak to the group about this and let you know when to call. Okay, so this is the message to the DEVI Show guy. Okay, and so now she's posting this screenshot on the group, and then she says, this is the reply, guys. We need to prove that the husband was involved, also where he now resides. We need to talk now and get proof that Brian was involved. Are you guys here? Okay, somebody says, I am. Tiny says, we need someone who will talk to Brian to prove that he was involved, or someone that will hold to prove that he was involved. But all this needs to be a group effort. I can't go it alone. Morning, Tiny. There was a voice note where Brian implicated himself by saying they will delete people who call Tabo at night. Tabo also used to say Sianipa, meaning we. I don't think that. I don't think that holds it God. She can just say we was Manzini Investments, or he can just say that now at this point. Okay, so Chinese says, please can you have those voice notes? I remember them. So we can send them to the guy from the DEVI team and see that if that is proof enough. Okay. Somebody says, Tabo was with Brian all the way. Those are proof that Brian was even the mastermind. Because it's him who was making the rules in the investment. People keep saying this, but I don't think so. Also, where does he stay now, Brian? Okay, so then people send the voice notes. I'm not going to play them again. They've been overplayed in this channel, so enough is enough. So she says, thank you for these voice notes. Are there other voice notes or screenshots that implicate him? I need as much as possible. Somebody says, morning guys. I also think Avia can attest to that he was involved all the way. I was also thinking of speaking to Avia. So somebody says, good morning. I think Avia can assist with the addresses where Brian could be. I've just left her a WhatsApp message and then she just forwards something from Avia now. Good morning. I am also part of the group regarding the DEVI show. This is from Avia. I don't have any other voice notes other than what we have in the group. Brian only came to the office on the first day when I got the keys to the office. He was accompanying Manzini. I never interacted with him regarding the investments. The last I spoke to him, he was in Benoni. I'm not sure where he is now. We haven't talked much since Manzini's passing. So Tiny says the above is from Avia. She's also part of this group. I didn't know that. Okay. Tiny says, I don't know if the voice notes are enough to prove his involvement. I want hardcore proof to implicate him like an investment payment. Sihle worked hand in hand with him organizing the party. True. But again, it was because it was supposed to be a surprise. So this person can just say, I was roped in to organize a surprise for my partner. I obliged. I was not involved with investments. Okay. Can we have that voice note where he's shouting at us about the party? That one again. Also, maybe Sihle has screenshots of them talking about investments and payments. Please talk to Sihle about the above. Take somebody who I presume is close to Sihle. Okay, people are sending the voice notes. Most of the voice notes that are being sent here are the voice notes that we have already listened to. So she then says, anything else guys, please provide it here on the group. I want to give everything to the DEVI team today before 3 p.m. Somebody says, but guys, the main focus should be the bank account where our money was paid. Brian claims he has proof of payments and Avia was assisting with the transactions. It should be straightforward to connect the dots from there. You should think. Let's gather everything and submit here before 3. Okay. Somebody said most of these people don't use their own bank accounts, but Gogo used his own bank account. It's in way out. Like when I was thinking, I was like, the only way out for this person is if she flees the country. That's what I thought she was going to do. Okay. I've asked Avia to also provide some proof of payments that went to Brian's account. I don't know if she will help in this regard. Avia then says, I was supposed to meet him today to get documents from his office. Sorry, from him to close the office. But he cancelled on me. Why does Avia need Brian to be with her face to face before she can provide things that are on her computer. Or am I misunderstanding something? Mind you, this is not a screenshot, so these messages are being forwarded. So I don't really know what is the message above. Okay, now this is from Maria as well. He used to invest under Oratilo's name. The only money I sent to him was the payouts. Okay. Chinese says these people were clever guys. They made sure not to leave a trace under their names. If he didn't know about the investment, how come he knows the payout percentage? Well, everybody knows it. Okay, now this is important. I don't know if it will actually happen. Tiny West says, Avia has agreed to take a phone call from the DEVI team guys. People are still like posting screenshots. Somebody has posted a screenshot guys up. And I also saw this on this guy's Facebook. Brian's Facebook. The audacity this. The attachment is a contract, okay? River Club sent in owners Tabo and Brian Sindane 11 million rent house. This is the house that they had flowers, they had a realtor. Also come and write in the comments guys, it was very believable, I'm telling you. Like I don't know if that realtor really believed that they were actually gonna purchase that house, or maybe they said just comment. I don't know if they asked her to comment, because she came to their post where they posted themselves with champagne and flowers in front of this huge mansion saying that they own it. The actual realtor came to the comments and I double checked her. It was actually her. She is on the thing that you know, the thing that they put in front of the house that writes the realtor's name. She is on the website as well. And on the website, it shows that she sold this house, but it shows that the house, there's only been an offer to purchase. I think I may have said this before. And and they have a really good website, guys, Payana, because not all realtors have this website. Their website really shows like the stages of where it is now with their house. Offer made, offer dondon, sold, up until sold is the categories, but I go ask to come. So lena yake okay stuck payana guys for months ula offer to purchase. So what I've heard allegedly what I've heard is that they came to that person, they showed the person that they do have the funds and they want the house, and then they said okay, we'll come back with the rest of the money, and then they just never did. That's what I heard, but I don't know if that's true or not. I don't have any proof of that. What I do know is that he posted this contract as if it was a short deal, and then they went and posted pictures in front of the house with champagne and a huge bouquet, and that was also supposed to convince people that it was a short deal. And then the realtor herself, she went to the comments to comment and say congratulations you too. But I'm like, would you come in and comment congratulations for a sale that is not super closed? Were you that convinced? It must be that she was very convinced that this is a deal that is sure to close. Okay, let's carry on, guys. Okay, so yeah, people are actually they posted those pictures of that huge mansion and this realtor Yagwa RF Max, and na le body but we sold, guys. Le body but we sold le body lina. So uManzini uyayi-owna nendlu ye-11 million, guys. Uyayi-owna na. I think it's up to anybody to go and find out, but from what I've heard from people that can access things on the background, Gogo Manzini owns nothing. This sale didn't close, which begs the question, why did this lady say that this sale has closed? Like, why did she endorse this if the sale is not closed? Is this normal behavior? And is that business? Okay. And then guess what? Prior to this, on the 23rd of February, this same guy, Gogo Manzini's husband, had posted yet another contract of a property sale. This time, bathinge ku-Harcourts. And then for some reason, I guess in February, he felt more private. And then in June, he felt more brazen. Because ufihla magama, uveze nje ubasindane wa-paste into about Sunday, like to hide the name, like a big thing that's written Sunday. And then now we address iyonke uphinde wabeka into ebhalwe Sunday. Into angayifihlanga iprice. The house is worth 6.5 million rands. Okay. That's what it is, ke. Ebeveza izinto lobhuteni pholile yaveza. Okay. So people are just gonna keep sending proof here, the same way they did Google out in the investigate. Okay. So then Tiny comes to the group. So he was asking questions, right, about Brian and Brian. Oh, that speed is way too fast. How do I turn off this thing? I'd rather not have any speed. Let's see.
Hi guys, I just spoke to the guy from the DEVI Show, from the DEVI team. So he was asking me questions, right, about Brian and where Brian stays. I answered that question. I gave him the Bologna address. He asked me things like, like, what does Brian do for a living? I said, I don't know what he does for a living. All we know is that he is Gogo's husband, and nothing else.
Well, Gogo had said that Brian is an entrepreneur. The very first time when we saw Gogo, watch construction, actually.
He asked me questions like, I sent him the voice notes, and then he said to me that, those voice notes are not proof enough to actually stand.
Okay.
And so, he needs, more hardcore proof, And I told him about Avi and the fact that Avi was the admin lady, and that Avi had said to me that, Brian used to invest under his daughter's account or his daughter's name investments. So he said to me, okay, that can be proof as well, because then there's an underlying matter of why is he actually investing under his daughter's name and not his own name. Do you understand? Things like, how can they get a hold of Brian, actually, because they want to set up a sting, and a sting is like meeting someone, pretending to be someone so that you can meet them and catch them off guard, right? If you know the DEVI Show, you know what I'm trying to say or talk about, right? So he asked me things like, who's the traditional healing stuff, who's doing that now? And I said, apparently he's taking over the whole thing, and maybe what he can do is he can pretend to be sort of like a potential client and ask for isgogo so that he can be given an address to go to, you know, and possibly within that address he can then meet Brian, you see. But they did also say that Avia is going to be
Who's going to?
The one who's going to play like a crucial part in this whole dilemma of this investment, because she's the one that knows the ins and outs, the transactions, everything, because she was dealing with the payouts, the taking in of the money, and everything in between, you see. So that's why I asked Avia if this guy can call him either today or tomorrow. He said he doesn't know whether he will call Avia today or tomorrow now.
Okay.
So it looks like this thing is going to happen, guys, but I will need, or he will need, about 2 or 3 people who are willing to come forward and do an interview on TV. Like, you all need to show your faces. So if you guys can do that, please do it. If you guys are not afraid to do that, please come forward. Otherwise, guys, it doesn't matter how much proof we had and we got to, and they got to Brian or whatever. If there's no one going to the interview, just know that the show will not end. There won't be any case, and our matter will be thrown away. Do you understand? So everything depends on us and how willing we are to make sure that this whole thing is exposed, and possibly you know, we get, you know, someone reliable who's going to investigate this even further than the DEVI show and get our monies back, you know, if there's any monies to get. He also asked about the death certificate and if we saw the death certificate. I said no. He did say that we can go to the Benoni place to go and see the death certificate, because we all didn't believe that Gogo is dead, you see. So, but I think people were scared to go, therefore we don't have the death certificate. He said if we had the death certificate, we could have even vetted the whole thing and see if he has passed, if Gogo has passed away or not, right? Yeah, and so that's that, guys. Yeah, it's up to us. Everything is up to us and how cooperative we are. Avia has to be in the center of everything, you know, of all of this. We are depending on her to come on board. She does not have to show her face on screen. She can remain anonymous, you know, but she has to speak to this guy. She has to take the call and speak to this guy and agree to an anonymous interview if that is the case.
Okay. My baby is safe. No Andisa. Alright, so you guys don't have to worry about that. Okay. So she posts this VN and she says, please listen to this VN, guys. It's very important. Somebody says, okay, thanks. I just have a little issue with my family. They will kill me if they know I did this. I can go without showing my face, but if there are people who are brave to show their faces, please help. Avia will definitely play a crucial part. Maybe Sitla as well, as he worked closely with Mkulu during the party planning. Okay, so somebody says, thanks sis, I think we're making progress. Would they allow a VN or phone calls? I wouldn't be able to show my face, otherwise I will lose my job. So Tiny responds and says, they only allow one anonymous person, others should appear on TV. I don't know if voice notes will apply. I will talk to him as we progress. We just need more proof implicating Brian and also find out where he is so that the DEVI team can catch him off guard. This info here in this group should not be shown or told to many people, guys. We don't want Brian to run away. The fact that he was investing his money under his daughter's name shows that something ain't right. Okay, guys, I don't want you to be worried. I am now making this video and it's way past a time where this thing needs to be kept under wraps. Okay, so relax. This was in June. We are now mid-July. Things have happened in between. I'm not gonna say what those things are, but things have happened. No roses. Good job. Uhambele kumama? Andizusuka kodwa but ndingathetha. Uhambele kumama? Usemajwarheni. Kukho into embi? Into ebalulekileyo. Kukho ingxaki?
Hayi akho ngxaki.
Ubuzombona nje. Kaloku uswelekiwe phaya emajwarheni. Kusweleke uSibibi kuyaziwa? Kusweleke uLulama. Uyamazi uLulama?
Ndiyamazi uSibibi.
Kusweleke yena.
Ebetheni?
uLulama ubase imbawu la ndoxolele. Walala ke ngoku endlini eGoli. Yebo.
Ebenganxilanga?
Asimazi ke ngoku yaqonda imbawu la inasasimuko.
Esasimuko sa.
So ke uyamhaxa kufika sichabile.
Oh yina betheni. Ungakanti uyibasele apha endlini.
Bayibasele endlini kaloku imbawu eGoli.
Xa ikhutshwa qala ibekwa phandle
kuphumela la isalayitwa.
Utsho ke ngoku ngensela imali.
Kuthiwa into aqela uyenza so into engangona maxesha uyayenza kanti ngenye imini.
Kayile mini yakho sokusabela.
So kulonto ke.
Oh yina betheni.
Ndancedwa kumgqibelo.
Ungcwatywa kule veki. Ndiyive loo nto.
Ndancedwa kumgqibelo.
Kaba ndibonile kwenye igame ndisuka esibhedlele. Ndabe ndibona kume imoto phaa. Ndibona abantu aphuma apha exandeni bephethe iketile nedrink. Ndina mhlawumbi kukho indwendwe okanye.
Hayi kukho
abantu abanalwi.
Kukho loo nto. Mhlawumbi umuntu vele acinga mhlawumbi sewuyazi into.
Andiyive.
Yiloo nto ke mama ungangena apha endlini.
Bapha abantwana?
Baye kukho into ese-library boot camp.
Jisebeni into abayihambayo?
Hayi kaloku befunda nesikolo but ngoku bafundela apha ekhaya.
Ubulumncinci?
Lapha endlini no-anti.
Ntombi hayi. Ukumithi nini ngokulo? Yandiva ngozini ndiyondamgqibana nomnontombi. Uthi ukhona ke dana ebelapha ekliniki ngolwesini. Le unqabana zambona lapha endleleni. Uthi unosana olintanga lalo wami. Ndithi uyaphosisa. Uthi nyani unosana. Ndithi lo yintoni? Inkwengo. Ndithi hayi makayeke. La ifuna akuyifumana.
Andikayeli.
Umadododwa.
Andikayeli into.
Yebethuni.
Akekho kumazi wakho. But ungangena apha endlini uyafuna.
Ake ndibone. Yo. Hayi. Yinda ugqibelisa nalo.
Hayi, abekho kubandvula.
Indoda encinci. Awuthetha?
Khona inyusi bangathi yalinyusi elicambu liyathanda ukufuna ukukena naloke. Okay, so then Tani says, guys, we can't all be anonymous. Only one anonymous person. Others should appear on TV. And she doesn't know if voice notes are going to be able to apply and stuff. Okay. Okay, so okay, guys, so somebody, right, on the other group that we come from, the group that led us to this group, okay, the group that used to be the party planning group, but now it's just the group where people are venting and just talking and processing. So somebody sent this message in that group. We will go back to this message, but I'm just going to give you a hint, a tidbit. The message says, please tell people in the group that my sister just saw Manzini at Home Affairs right now. She is alive. I'm in a meeting at work. She video called me and I saw her wearing a white dress and a light pink toque, like those people who go to those churches in the mountain. Let that sink in. Okay. So Tiny says, I've forwarded this to the DEVI team. I'm also waiting for them to contact me regarding this case. There was no communication from them today. Somebody says, I also believe she's not dead. Somebody says, please, Sissy, I wish they can act fast on this lead. Okay. And then Tiny comes back and says, he just made contact with me. He has been busy with another show. No, it will give. No, it will give all to. Okay, something. I don't know what she meant to say. May I please have two people who don't mind showing face on camera, please, to talk about this matter? Otherwise, we can forget about this. People can also do Zoom calls via phones or laptops to do the interview. I forwarded him the document that Caesar sent. He said he will check it out. Okay. First point of contact is that Home Affairs and request the CCTV footage for the day. Then the official who attended him must tell it all. What was he doing there as a dead man? Okay. So the guy from the DEVI Show says we need to act quickly. If she's really alive, she might flee any day now. So I need this group to be proactive. Y'all need to come forward and tell the story on TV. I'm just waiting for a reply from my cousin if he'll be willing to do the interview or I'll do it on his behalf. I'm just a bit confused now. There are people who invested so much with Manzini and also paid and got scammed. But now when the ball is rolling, we are quiet. I understand others, it's family fears, and others work-related issues. But really, guys, are we that scared to expose these people and get what's ours? They should be the ones who are fearing us, not us fearing them. They took monies from us. This is what Tiny says. I don't understand how we can be so scared of nonsense. And then somebody says it's not that we are scared, but we never told our families about this and the stigma at work. Hence, it seems like we are hesitant now. It's because those reasons. Otherwise, we want to expose them both and we want to recover our money. I understand, but does this mean everyone here feels this way? I'm in East London, and if it means I'll do the interview virtually. Come on, Manzini is going to flee the country. Somebody says, guys, I really want to expose her. Hopefully I'll get some of my money. Unfortunately, I have to be anonymous. Personal and family reasons. I can do the interview anonymously. It works. Ndicela uyothengisa unkata. Ubhuti kangubani? Ubhuti. Because ndifuna ikhadi lekwakuyo. Ndicinga ubheke ngapha mhlawumbi. Kubheka. Ngapha ngasetoilet. Ungamlinda ke xa efika uyosithenga uyefuna. Okay. Somebody says, I just spoke to my cousin. He doesn't have a problem doing the interview. And then somebody says, so now I'm sure of two people, one anonymous, one face interview. Tiny, how many people did you say we need? Okay, somebody says, I'd truly love to be one of those people to be interviewed. However, I've recently gotten a peace job and can't afford to jinx it due to their strict policy. Somebody says, guys, I'm in Mtata, I'm willing to do an interview. Let's rush before he vanishes. Somebody said, I avail myself in the KZN. Somebody says, guys, this Department of Home Affairs developments are going to assist us. Let's get that lady's contacts. Somebody says, good morning, guys. Only now am I reading your messages. I was busy today. Thanks, so and so. I'll forward your number to the guy I spoke with at the DEVI Show. Being anonymous is fine too, as long as it's just one person being anonymous. If you can do it virtually, that would be great too. Okay. People are still gathering evidence. Okay, so one person who spoke to this guy sends a voice note.
Oh, hey guys, the DEVI Show sinfonelile so ngakhuluma ke nabo ke then bazobuye basifonele ngiyabonga kakhulu. Hi guys, I hope you're all okay. We are close to I just got home. Ngikhulumile ke no DEVI Show, but angikwazi ukutshela ukuthi besithini because he sent me a message. Everything that we discussed is confidential until a certain period. So I cannot tell you anything. Send a message nje strictly ukuthi sixoxile singadiscuss namuntu.
Okay, makes sense. Somebody says that's very good that you don't tell even us. Keep it a secret, man.
No, conversation over the phone, yes, and the conversation yes. Hi guys, I also got a call from JP, the guy from the DEVI Show. What he was wanting to know, I think it was way before, or maybe at the same time that he called other people. What he was wanting to know is our experience. I was assisting my cousin, but my cousin is aware of everything and he's also so but I just want to say that there is something that is being done, about all of this. So they also did
okay. Oh boy. Okay, here we are again.
I did tell him that I sent you the number, but unfortunately maybe because of busy and everything, so he didn't have a problem that I did send the number. So I'm sure that he's fine. I'll just want to meet my cousin if they could speak. But guys, I feel like we're getting somewhere. Thank you so much, time waste. Tiny.
Okay. Somebody says, good morning everyone. Is there any progress? Okay. Somebody says, I've just asked them, sorry, not somebody, Tiny says, I've just asked them about progress. I'll await response, and then sends a voice note.
Hi guys, so I just spoke to one of the guys that I usually speak to from the DEVI Show, right? They said to me that because Gogo has passed away, one, and two, that Brian, the husband, like they cannot find a connection between him and the investment. To them, it's difficult to prove that Brian might have anything when it comes to our monies, because they also found that the Brian had also invested in Manzini, right? So he says, Barrett says that it could be that Brian also did not know what was happening with the investment platform, right? As he had told us, right? So because of the death and Brian, and they're not connecting Brian to the investment, it's difficult to take the case on, basically. They can't do anything anything. They are saying there's still red flags around her sudden death. Like how it's so coincidental that she passes away when she had to pay us. And you know, other stuff like her death certificate and stuff like that. But he says to me that one of the people who went to the funeral did see Manzini in the coffin, right? And now he does believe that Manzini has passed away. But he also says that doesn't mean that takes away from anything with our case. He says if there's any more developments of any sort, it doesn't.
Okay, let's continue to listen to what Tiny was saying. Oh damn, connected to my headsets again. This is sabotage. Okay, let's hear.
Hi guys, so I just spoke to one of the guys that I usually speak to from the DEVI Show, right? They said to me that because Gogo has passed away, one, and two, that Brian, the husband, like they cannot find a connection between him and the investment. To them, it's difficult to prove that O'Brien might have anything when it comes to our monies, because they also found that the O'Brien had also invested in Manzini, right? So he says, Barrett says that it could be that Brian also did not know what was happening with the investment platform, right? As he had told us, right? So because of the death and Brian, you know, and them not connecting Brian to the investment, it's difficult to take the case on, basically. They can't do anything. They are saying, Okuba, there's still red flags around her sudden death, like how it's so coincidental that she passes away when she had to pay us, and you know, other stuff like death certificate and stuff like that. But he says to me that one of the people who went to the funeral did see Manzini in the coffin, right? And now he does believe that Manzini has passed away. But he also says that doesn't mean Ukuba that takes away from anything with our case. He says if there's any more developments of any sort, it doesn't matter when, we must inform him, and then, you know, he can find out something for us. But he also searching the certificate, and the death certificate says that Manzini is deceased. Obviously, he does say that yes, the certificates can be forged, you know. However, still they can't prove anything because they can't connect Brian to the actual investments. And also, Ulatuka Manzini has also passed away, you know. Yeah, so that is our reality, guys. So, guys, we have no case at all, unfortunately. It's bad news, very bad news for us. However, I don't think we should give up, you know. If someone feels like we should search any further, then please, those people are welcome to do so, you know. Whatever you guys feel like doing, I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm very sorry, guys. I'm very, very sorry about this.
Okay. Uchoge utani, guys. And then, yeah. And then she says, after the update, you guys can leave the group if you want. And she also says, the guy says he spoke to almost everyone that I gave the contact to. So, yeah. People say, thanks for the effort, Tiny. God bless you all. And Tiny says, at least we made efforts. We didn't just sit back, which is true. At least, this girl tried to fight. Now, guys, if you remember Utani, I don't know if you remember, Utani has a bone to pick with Gogo Manzini. And, I guess she's not a good enemy to have. Because Gogo Manzini embarrassed Tiny. In the end, guys, once upon a time, a grouping, Antoinette spoke to Gogo Manzini and said there are some ladies that say they have been scammed by another member in the group. There's people, I think I've told this story before, these people, they had this idea, which I still don't understand the logic behind it, but maybe one day they'll explain to us. They had this idea to put some money together and then invest that money. And this person had said to these people that even other big investors within the group, they actually just put monies together, and that's how they appear to have so much money. And so I don't know how they thought this was going to help them, to be honest. I have no idea. If I have to speculate, I would say that because Gogo really, really loved people that were big investors, maybe this person wanted to impress Gogo. That is the only thing that seems like to make sense, to make me understand. Because if it's 4 of you and you put together money and you divide it evenly, like by 4, and there's no extra interest for being a group effort, it doesn't make sense to me why you can't just invest on your own and get your own money. Okay, anyway. So when this thing happened, Gogo did like a humiliation ritual, with Tiny. She brought these people, they had to come and confess in front of the group. It was very cultish, I'm telling you. Even the people that did not start the group, not Antoinette, so bathi aba bantu ne ubaba usondele ixesha loba imali mayibhatalwe. They are getting nervous because whenever they're trying to reach Utiny, akabonakali Utiny. So ke ubane worry yoba imali zasikibhatalwe kuye abethulethe angabaniki ishare zabo, ndingazi babe kuthenzi bafakelwe nguye kanti usazibanika ishare ezifanayo andiyazi. So then what happens is, so Antoinette tells Gogo says these people must show themselves in the group. They do, they say it's us. Gogo then calls Tiny while recording their phone call, and on the phone, okay, I will play you this voice note because I don't want to finish this story here, because a lot about this story still happens on the party planning group, but I'm just giving you a background of why this lady is also like a dog with a bone, which, I mean, this lady has been scammed. I don't know how much money she's been scammed, so she also has a right to be a dog with a bone with that regard. But she says she's been in touch with the DEVI months prior. So I wonder if she's been in touch with them like way even before the backlog or something, I don't know. So what now happened is that on the group, Gogo recorded this phone call between herself and this individual, where wathi ke ngokunana uthina hayi bengena airtime bengena data, otherwise akazimelanga abantu yabo. And then Gogo said, none of you should talk to each other, none of you should trust each other with money, you're gonna get scammed by people and then you're gonna blame me, blah blah blah. So that's what happened with this girl. I actually have no idea how she ended up staying in the group, or if she apologized, or what happened. I have no idea. Okay, so yeah guys, that's where it ends with the DEVI show. Okay, people are still coming in, just making this group another one to laugh about. You know how these people do, if you rather laugh than cry, that's what I mean. Okay, divers, we've come to the end of this episode. I know I don't always do outros, guys. Sometimes life just happens and I stop the video in the middle and then I think I'm gonna come back to say bye-bye and I don't. However, this is one of those days where I get to say bye-bye, divas. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned in. There's still so much more to uncover, so much more to talk about, and I will see you all on the next one. Ciao, divas. I love you. Mwah, mwah. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Bye.